In a world where AI can spit out an answer to pretty much anything in seconds, it makes you wonder, what does it even mean to learn anymore? The whole idea of knowledge is changing right under our feet. So today, we're going to explore a new roadmap for how we can grow, one that's built for right now, for the age of AI.
And this is the big question, isn't it? I mean, if a machine can write your code, draft your email, or even create your presentation, what is left for us to do? That old advantage of just knowing a bunch of stuff? It's fading, and it's fading fast. So let's figure out what comes next.
All right, first things first, we have to really get our heads around this new reality. We are living in what you could call the age of easy answers. And in this age, the old rules about what information is worth, well, they just don't apply anymore.
Think about it. It wasn't that long ago that just having information gave you a huge edge, mostly because it was hard to find. That world is completely flipped on its head. Today, information isn't just abundant, it's basically infinite and always on. So the rare skill, the thing that's truly valuable now, isn't finding answers. It's judgment. It's having the wisdom to navigate that flood of information and use it well.
Okay, so does that mean knowledge is totally useless now? Just forget about learning facts? No, not at all. And this brings us to a really important idea in this analysis. We have to get past what the authors call a false choice.
See, this whole debate of knowledge versus skills is a total dead end. The real challenge, the thing we all need to be focused on, is figuring out how to build a bridge from what we know to what we can actually do. It's all about turning information into real-world capability. So, how do we actually build that bridge?
Well, to build it, the paper we're looking at proposes this really simple but powerful framework. It's called the Ladder of Lifelong Learning, and it gives us 5 clear steps that take us all the way from raw data to real, lasting growth. So at the very bottom of the ladder, the first rung, you've got information. This is the raw material. It's all the facts, the text, the summaries that an AI can generate for you in a heartbeat. It exists completely outside of you, and for all practical purposes, it's free and infinite.
Now, the next step up is knowledge. And this is a huge step. This is where you take all that external information and you actually make it yours. It's the difference between an AI telling you the definition of gravity and you actually getting why an apple falls from a tree. You've woven it into the way you think and see the world.
Rung number 3 is capability. And this, my friends, is where the rubber meets the road. Capability isn't just knowing stuff. It's being able to use that stuff to perform well, especially when things get complicated or unpredictable. It's all about adapting what you know right in the moment.
I absolutely love this metaphor from the paper. Think of capability as your brain's own little manager. It's that internal voice that decides, okay, which piece of knowledge do I need right now? Or, this approach isn't working, let's try something else. It governs how you use everything you know.
So you have some capability. Awesome. How do you get better? How do you get more of it? Well, you climb to the 4th rung, growth. Growth is simply the process of getting better, of increasing your capability. And it's often supercharged by help from the outside. A teacher's feedback, a coach's advice, a mentor's guidance.
And that leads us all the way to the top of the ladder, self-growth. This is the end game. This is where you become your own coach. You learn to use that unique, privileged access you have to your own internal thoughts to systematically get better at, getting better.
So there you have it. That's the whole ladder. You see the journey, right? It goes from something external and cheap, information, all the way up to something internal and absolutely priceless, self-growth. And the most important lesson here is that you have to climb it. You can't just jump to the top. This is the path to staying relevant and effective.
So, what does AI have to do with all this? Well, once you have this ladder in mind, you have to ask yourself a really critical question. Is AI going to be the ladder that helps you climb, or is it going to be the anchor that keeps you stuck at the bottom?
This slide just lays it out perfectly. There are 2 very different paths. On one hand, you can use AI as a cognitive partner. Think of it as a mind tool. It helps you brainstorm, organize your thoughts, and reflect. This path builds your judgment and pushes you up that ladder. Or you can use it as a cognitive surrogate, letting it do the hard thinking for you. And that path, it's dangerous. It weakens your skills, hides your mistakes, and keeps you stuck on that bottom rung.
Okay, so let's try and bring this all home. What does all this actually mean for you, right now, whether you're a student, a professional, really anyone who wants to keep learning?
The big picture here is massive. For teachers, the job isn't about delivering content anymore. It's about becoming a coach who builds capability. For all of us as learners, it means we need to make our thinking process visible so we can actually get feedback on it and improve it. The real artists use AI as a kind of temporary scaffolding, a tool that helps us build something, but that we can eventually take away because we've built the capability ourselves.
And really, this quote says it all. The game has changed. It's not about who can memorize the most facts. A machine will always win at that. The enduring human task, the thing that will always be valuable, is to become truly capable and to learn how to keep growing,